In March 1981, outside the Washington Hilton Hotel, Secret Service agents pushed President Ronald Reagan into a limousine after an assassination attempt. As chaos unfolded, one agent pulled a Uzi submachine gun from a briefcase. The weapon was never fired, but the footage revealed the problem. Deploying a compact submachine gun from concealment took precious seconds that did not exist. The Cold War had spent decades preparing for exactly this moment. And somewhere in West Germany, a solution was underway. A briefcase that wasn't carrying documents. A briefcase that was the weapon. The idea sounds absurd. Take a submachine gun, hide it inside a briefcase. Then design the briefcase so the weapon can be fired without ever removing it.
これは物々しい武装をした警備陣を嫌う VIP のために開発されたスペシャルケースと
Yet, by the late 70s, this concept had become a real product. Not for spies, not for assassins, but for bodyguards. Specifically, bodyguards tasked with protecting politicians, executives, and diplomats in an era obsessed with terrorism, hijackings, and political violence. The challenge was simple. How do you place substantial firepower within arm's reach of a VIP without turning every security agent into an obvious target? The answer was concealment, and few objects were more invisible than a briefcase. The most famous example emerged from West Germany, the Koch MP5K operational briefcase, officially known as a Spezialkoffer or special case. Introduced during the late 70s, it concealed an MP5K submachine gun inside what appeared to be, at a distance, an ordinary business briefcase. But inside, it was anything but ordinary. The gun was mounted into an internal frame, the hidden trigger mechanism connected to the handle. The operator could fire the weapon without opening the case. The brass remained inside, the weapon remained concealed. To bystanders, it appeared as though someone was simply carrying luggage. The entire system existed for one reason: reaction time. The first seconds of an attack determine almost everything. A bodyguard fumbling with zippers, straps, or jackets is already behind. The operational briefcase attempted to eliminate that delay. Raise the case, aim with the torso, pull the trigger. Simple, at least in theory. In practice, the system was difficult to master. There were no sights, no proper stock. The operator aimed largely by body position and instinct. Accuracy deteriorated rapidly with distance, and once the magazine was empty, reloading was far slower than a conventional firearm. The briefcase solved one problem while creating several new ones. Still, some agencies believed the trade-off was worthwhile. The Cold War was the perfect environment for such an invention. Political assassinations, urban terrorism, aircraft hijackings, embassy attacks. Every major security service was searching for new ways to place weapons where nobody expected them. West Germany's elite GSG-9 counter-terrorism unit became closely associated with the MP5 variants and concealed deployment systems. Across the Iron Curtain, the Soviets developed their own answer, the KGB escort briefcase. Instead of concealing a German MP5, it concealed an AKS-74U, a compact Kalashnikov variant. The system reportedly saw use in close protection details and security operations connected to the 1980 Moscow Olympics. Different ideology, same fear. The threat could appear anywhere. The weapon had to be there first. Not every operational briefcase came from a government laboratory. The American arms manufacturer Military Armament Corporation produced versions of the Mach-10 and Mach-11. There were Uzi variants, experimental versions, custom builds.
What you really need in an operational briefcase is a 177-round American 180 and a laser sight.
For a brief period, an entire ecosystem of disguised firepower emerged around the concept. With time, most disappeared. A few became collector's items. Some now sell for prices far exceeding the weapons they were designed to conceal. That's one of the strangest aspects of operational briefcases, their cost. The firearm itself is relatively straightforward. The briefcase is not. The case requires custom mounting systems, trigger linkages, reinforced frames, concealed access mechanisms, shell deflection systems, and extensive testing to ensure the weapon functions reliably while enclosed. A normal briefcase carries paperwork. An operational briefcase must survive the pressure wave generated by automatic gunfire occurring inside itself. Every shot is effectively taking place inside a box, which raises the question, who actually pays for this? Historically, government security services, counter-terrorism units, protective details, intelligence agencies, and specialized executive protection teams. The average police officer rarely needed one. The average soldier certainly didn't. Operational briefcases occupy the narrow niche between covert carry and overt force. Too specialized for mass adoption, too useful to disappear completely. Today, the concept survives in an unexpected form, not as a weapon, but armor. Modern ballistic briefcases look remarkably similar to their Cold War predecessors, except instead of hiding a firearm, they conceal ballistic panels capable of stopping handgun rounds. Many unfold into improvised shields. Executives, diplomats, journalists, security professionals. They all operate in environments where visible armor attracts attention. The briefcase once again becomes a concealment technology. Only now the objective is protection rather than firepower. And despite their rarity, operational briefcases never disappeared from popular culture. The image is simply too powerful. And film and video games soon expanded the idea into other objects. One of the most famous examples appeared in the 1995 film Desperado. Antonio Banderas' character, El Mariachi, carried a guitar case that concealed an arsenal of firearms. The weaponized guitar case became so iconic that it arguably eclipsed the operational briefcase itself in public memory. The same concept appeared repeatedly in video games. The Saints Row series featured weaponized instrument cases, hidden arsenals, and absurdly oversized disguised weapons.
Over already!
The Hitman franchise turned the idea into a gameplay mechanic, allowing Agent 47 to transport sniper rifles and assault weapons inside seemingly ordinary briefcases. In later games, the briefcase itself became something of a joke among players after its homing-like tracking behavior when thrown at targets.
Two targets remaining.
Even James Bond frequently relied on disguised weapon systems. While Bond is more often associated with trick briefcases, exploding pens, and concealed gadgets than operational briefcases, the underlying philosophy remained identical. Everyday objects transformed into covert tools of violence.
You got it? Yes, I think so.
A weapon hidden in a military crate is expected. A weapon hidden in a guitar case tells a story. It's about the unsettling possibility that ordinary objects may be hiding something deadly, which is perhaps why the operational briefcase remains so fascinating. Its existence reveals a particular Cold War mindset, an era where violence was expected, preparation was constant, and everyday objects became potential weapons. The briefcase was never really about the gun, it was about uncertainty. The possibility that the quiet man in the suit standing beside the diplomat wasn't carrying documents at all. He was carrying a contingency plan. And for a few decades, that contingency plan fit inside a briefcase.